Hey everybody, it's Aaron Norris. It is Friday the 13th. And what do you think of Dr. Carson's nomination to be HUD Secretary? That and much more as we cover the biggest headlines in real estate. You do not want to miss the radio show this week. We've got Craig Hill. We talk to him once a year about what's going on in hard money, and he's been around with the Norris Group for 20 years this month. That is pretty crazy. And he goes back and talks about what it was like around 20 years ago. According to the latest Home Purchase Sentiment Index for Fannie Mae, housing sentiment saw a decrease for a fifth month in a row, dropping 0.5 points to 80.7. The National Association of Home Builders reported growth in the housing market for the 55 and up age group. It continues to get strong, and why wouldn't it? 10,000 baby boomers plus are retiring every month. Pretty crazy. Sorry, every day. 26,000 foreclosures were completed in November, according to CoreLogic's November foreclosure report. The latest Consumer Confidence Index from the Conference Board reported consumer confidence is increasing drastically, and mortgage rates decreased for a second week in a row, with 30-year rates at 4.12% and 15-year rates at 3.37. One market real estate experts are expecting to see a comeback in 2017 is Dubai. I've been following Dubai forever. Funny story, I worked on a cruise ship back in 2003, and one of the things that played every week was like a Discovery Channel kind of thing on Dubai, and a 7-star hotel that was built there back in around, I think, 2001 or 2002. It was fascinating. I've been fascinated forever on projects like the Palms, I think it's called the Globe or the World or something, man-made islands. They're really big into, and engineering feats that you won't believe. Check it out. There's been higher demand for residential real estate, and the economy is much more diverse than some of their neighbors, so we'll see how that works out. They've got really cool projects. You'll have to look it up on YouTube. The National Association of Home Builders says to expect more building in 2017 here in the U.S. Builders are facing shortages of lots, labor, and lending, however, so we'll have to see how this administration's take on real estate might improve that, hopefully, in the coming year. Speaking of the administration, Dr. Carson faced 3 hours of questioning this week in front of the Senate Banking Committee because of his nomination for the HUD Secretary role. I think both parties were a little taken aback by Dr. Carson's nomination, thinking, okay, neuroscientist, real estate, okay, well, Carson is quoted in the hearing as saying, "Throughout my life, I have done things that many deemed impossible. I pledge to work with the committee and the dedicated career staff at HUD to solve the difficult, seemingly obstinate issues and address the needs of those who rely on services provided by HUD." Well said, but the jury is still out on how he will perform as HUD Secretary and the many important things that he's got on his plate, and hopefully the administration is going to be tackling real estate and lending here in the first 6 months. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So what are your thoughts on Ben Carson being nominated as HUD Secretary? I would love to hear what you have to say. If you're on YouTube, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a beat. If you're on Facebook, please don't forget to not only like the Norris Group page, but don't forget to add us to your See First list and with notifications on. Leave your comments below the video, and if we miss something, share the story on our comment sections on either YouTube or Facebook, and we'll make sure to include it on our blog at thenorrisgroup.com/blog. We've got a big event coming February 4th, 2% interest, 30 trillion, actually it's 40 trillion in debt now. We changed the title on you, and other surprise ending. That's going to be in Riverside. Keep an eye out next week for an invite for a webinar. I think we're going to have to cover some of the material because it's 250 pages and there's just no way to cover that in one day. After that, February 7th, we'll be doing 10 life-changing days of a real estate investor at OC Phoebe, and 2 days later, the same talk at OC Rhea. 2 chances to catch us in Orange County in February, and then February 15th, we'll be doing that at Alpine Premier Investments. For more information, check out our events calendar online, but that's also where you're going to find information on hard money loans, including fix and flip, buy and hold, and new construction starting at just 6.9%. That's crazy low and good. For more information on trust deed investing, check out tngtrustdeeds.com. With that, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next week.